partner on the show. He happens to be a brother, and I have a lot of respect for both of them. But they said some things about Bitcoin that I think deserve a little more nuance. I think that Bitcoin is one of those areas where you can't give a cut and dry, simple analysis. So I'm going to try to provide some extra perspective on this. So get comfortable, hit the thumbs up button. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. I want to talk a little bit about Dave Ramsey and this analysis I saw him do on Bitcoin. A guy called in and basically said that he'd made a lot of money on Bitcoin. I think he said he invested $1,500 and turned it into something like 150,000 or 115,000 or some big number. It was a big number, and I thought that was really cool, and it was great to hear. But one of the things that I heard from Ramsey, which was really interesting to me, I like Dave Ramsey. He's a Southern guy like me. We believe in good core values of personal responsibility and things like that. And I like his show, and I like the guy Chris Hogan, the brother that's on the show with him. I think it's a great platform. But one of the things I want to kind of add some nuance on is this statement on Bitcoin. And I've heard it before, so I thought it would be worth addressing. Basically, when the guy said that he made $100,000 on his Bitcoin, Ramsey and Hogan seemed to take a really cynical view of the guy's decision to hold on to his Bitcoin. Almost like that would be crazy, that would be stupid, that would be ridiculous, that if you keep investing in your Bitcoin, you're just simply reinvesting and you're risking so much by doing that. Now, I'm not going to say that they're completely wrong. I'm not saying that at all, because Bitcoin is an inherently risky asset. It's new. It's a digital currency. A lot of us are still trying to understand it. We're trying to figure out if traditional financial models fit what's going on with cryptocurrency. I spend so much time talking to crypto experts. I spend a lot of time reading up on it. I spend a lot of time sort of understanding where the inherent value comes from. And, because one of my big fundamental questions from the beginning was, okay, is this currency or is this a speculative asset? It's a little bit of both, but it's more of a speculative asset. And also, I remember going through almost like a metaphysical process to try to understand Bitcoin by saying, okay, what is money in the first place? What is currency? And I remember reading tons of articles about the history and the origin of money. Where did money come from? How do we know the difference between money and a bag of carrots? Right. So here's the deal on the whole Dave Ramsey Bitcoin analysis. I'm not going to drag this on for too long, but I had to make this point. The reaction that I saw from Dave Ramsey and Chris Hogan was one that is almost like the way religion is. In a lot of religions, you're taught to think that anything you don't understand is inherently evil and bad. Anybody ever see people that go to church and they think that anybody who's not a Christian must worship the devil? Like they think, I know some Christian folks that think Muslims worship the devil. I know some Muslim people who think that if you're not a Muslim, then you can't be connected to God. That kind of thing. And it's no disrespect. Whatever your faith is, I respect all of that. But I tend to be a person who believes that there's not one universal truth, that everything can be relative. And I think that financial religion is kind of the same way. I think that there are people who pray to the God of fiat currency, right? They pray to the God of traditional financial models. If you listen to Warren Buffett talk, who's another really smart guy who's made a lot of money in the system that we've had, for a very long time, Warren Buffett hates Bitcoin. He thinks Bitcoin's terrible. And I think that part of the reason he dislikes Bitcoin is because it's a threat to his economic dominance, or his dominance of economic knowledge. Warren Buffett grew up studying from this book written in 1933 or 34 called Graham and Dodd, or it was by Graham and Dodd, called Value Investing. And I know this book very well. I remember us referencing the book a little bit during my doctoral program, not in a serious way, in the sense that we were learning from much more advanced sorts of theories. But Graham and Dodd was kind of seen as just a pivotal, seminal book on investing, and basically this idea of what is a value stock and what is a growth stock, and how do you differentiate, and how do you plan a long-term strategy. And it works. This stuff is good stuff. This is good fundamental stuff for you to learn, for sure. But one of the problems that you have is that the world changes, and it doesn't mean that it's always changing for the better. It doesn't mean that the new stuff is always superior to the old stuff. It doesn't mean that that Bitcoin is just this wonderful thing and it's going to be great and everything's going to be hunky dory. It just means that the world is changing, and as quickly as you can tell a young person, look, don't buy into to all the new stuff just because it's new, or just the same way you can tell a young person that all that glitters ain't gold. You can also tell older people like it's not always better because it's old. You know, just because it's new doesn't mean it's bad. Just because it's new doesn't mean it's evil. It doesn't mean it's destined to flop. But one area where they're 100% correct is that Bitcoin is risky because the unknown is very risky. The unknown is something that can eat you alive. You know, if some aliens landed on the planet tomorrow, we'd be a little bit nervous because we say, wait a minute, okay, why are you here? Do you eat human beings? Like, what is it that you're going to do when you arrive? And that's something that has to be considered. So here's the deal with Bitcoin, right? I one thing that Dave told the guy was he told him pretty definitively. He said, sell it. He pretty much seemed to be telling the guy to sell his Bitcoin immediately or sell a big chunk of it. Now I can understand why he'd want to shade some off the top, because if half your net worth is tied up in one financial asset, then you're violating a basic fundamental rule of investing called diversification. You should never have all your eggs in one basket. So in that regard, I agreed with him. And I also agreed with him that this asset's very volatile and kind of a crazy sort of thing. But at the same time, if you tell people to get out of the game, then that means they're going to miss out on some of these opportunities that are out here for you to get rich. You know, it's one thing if you're trying to stay rich. It's another thing if you're trying to get rich. Think of it like a basketball game. The way you play basketball, if you're 20 points ahead, is very different from the way you play if you're 20 points behind. If you're 20 points ahead, you play a defensive strategy. You're protective. Your goal is not to extend the lead. Your goal is just to maintain the lead. But if you're behind, then you're gonna be out there shooting 3-pointers. You're gonna go and you're gonna be running some full court presses. You're gonna be going for steals. You're gonna be trying to get into the game. You got to take some chances. That's my point. So people that are trying to get rich don't have to invest and should not invest the same as people who are trying to stay rich. And Dave Ramsey's a guy who's trying to stay rich. I'm sure Dave Ramsey's net worth is in the tens of millions of dollars. And again, he's a smart guy. He's been doing this for a long time. I think Dave Ramsey's great. But I also think that you probably don't want to walk away and look past things like Bitcoin and things like that. If you're a climber, if you're a builder, a lot of our people in our community are builders. You know, you started from the bottom, now you're trying to get there, right? You can't even say you started from the bottom, now you're here. You started from the bottom, and maybe your version of here is 5 years down the line. And I think that crypto could be possibly that opportunity. I just heard a video from a billionaire. I can't remember his name. I don't have it in front of me. But the billionaire literally was adamant that Bitcoin's going to go to 150,000, 200,000, and $250,000. Is that going to happen? I don't know. But I know I don't want to be sitting on the sidelines when it does. I don't want to miss out. So perhaps the way I would look at something like that, if a guy puts in 1,500 and it flips into 100,000 in Bitcoin, I would probably say, okay, what is your total net worth and what percentage of your portfolio do you have in Bitcoin? If you have 30%, 40%, 50% of your portfolio in Bitcoin, I believe that's too much. But if it's 5%, 10%, 20%, not 20%, maybe 10 to 12%, then you know what? I get it. I completely get it. And I think that being there when the economic revolution occurs is important. And what's fascinating to me is that many of the people that have no faith in cryptocurrency have complete faith in fiat currency. And that is a problem because you should not have complete faith in fiat currency. They are liquidating your dollars right before your eyes. You're sitting here watching them literally piss out money like it's confetti, and they they have the license to print money, and they're using that license and abusing it. So I'm not saying that fiat currency is dead. I'm not telling you that the whole global economic system is going to crash. I don't get into conspiracy theories, but I'm just here to kind of tell you that sometimes you think that your threat is on your left when really there's a whole bunch of threats on your right that you don't even notice because you're so focused on the threat on your left. Okay, so that's my issue. I didn't have an issue with Dave Ramsey as a person or Chris Hogan. I think those guys are smart. I like them. But when they did the analysis on Bitcoin, I said, there's a little bit more to talk about here. At the very least, take your time. It don't cost you nothing to sit down and watch some YouTube videos to learn what digital currency is. I'm gonna tell you, I can tell you like this: a lot of people that you see on TV that will diss Bitcoin haven't even done the research. They haven't even sat down and studied it. They haven't talked to any of the crypto experts. So how are you going to write something off when you don't know anything about it? Well, that's just the fear of the unknown. That's just what people do, right? So I don't think Dave Ramsey did that. I'm not saying that he did that, but I am going to say that there is more nuance to be added. And C. Shaw Roll, you are right. You know, I am a financial scholar, but that doesn't make me better than other people. But it does mean that there's some things I can add to the conversation that might add value. I'm not real big on telling you what to do. I don't give investment advice when I'm in here. I just want to encourage you to dig up information and to think for yourself. That's what I'm into. I'm into freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of thought, and encouraging you to grow your own mind so you can make your own decision and not over leveraging in the opinions of other people because it may not work for you. It may not work for you. You know, if you're a young hustler on the grind and you're like, hey, I think Bitcoin could be one of my come ups, then why not? Why not try it out? Why not get a little piece of the action just in case the billionaire experts are right? Just in case all the experts that are saying Bitcoin is going to quadruple in value. There was a guy literally on CNBC this week who said Bitcoin is going to go up 300% this year. And he wasn't a stupid guy. This guy was a financial expert, you know, who manages billions of dollars. So is that opinion not worth something? Right? I don't know. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. No disrespect to Dave Ramsey and his crew. I just had to share this, but you know, so don't consider this to be a diss track. This is more so adding another point of view for you to consider. So anyway, please hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to the Black Financial Channel. Also, there's a free lecture. If you want to understand what financial security looks like, you can go take a look at that free lecture on at blackfinancialsecurity.com. Watch it with your family because I think that your whole family can benefit from these fundamental principles that are going to build our community. And I believe that we are going to win, but we must become economically intelligent. And on a day like today, you know, when you got a new president and everything else coming in, why not renew ourselves? Why not make ourselves whole and new? Why not inaugurate Black excellence? How about that? How about we have a Black excellence inauguration right now today? Give me a yes in the chat if you're with me. I say we have a Black excellence inauguration where we talk about how we're going to inaugurate our greatness and take over in our community and pursue our agenda and make ourselves great. And Dave Rant, they say, let's see, my name is Corey, says Dave is very conservative. Yeah, I'm pretty conservative too, actually. I'm more conservative than I am a liberal person. I absolutely am. So that's where Dave and I agree. But yeah, I say we inaugurate Black excellence. We inaugurate Black economic power. We inaugurate the Black agenda. We inaugurate ourselves as president of the United States. Like in your house, in that institution called your home, you are the president of the United States. You are Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and Barack Obama all rolled up into one. You are the king up in that space. So go be king-like, go be queen-like, run your stuff. Don't be worrying about what these people are doing on TV. These people on TV don't care nothing about you, but you care about yourself. And that's where it has to start and stop. So go handle your business. And Lucky Dollar, you're 100% correct. Ethereum is beautiful. I think Ethereum, my God, that Ethereum's doubled in value this month. The Ethereum network is very impressive. I'm going to say this. I've talked to some crypto experts, and they're real big on Ethereum. And so I'm not telling you to invest in Ethereum. I'm just telling you that I'm a big investor in Ethereum because I like that network. So anyway, go. I hope you make $1 trillion, and God bless all of you. And also, by the way, if you actually want to see what's in my crypto portfolio, I'm just sharing this with subscribers for free. You can go to drboycecrypto.com. When you get there, you'll be asked to sign up. And once you sign up on the email list, you'll get a lot of free information from the Black Business School that'll make your life better. And also, you'll be taken to another page where you get a chance to just literally see a screenshot of the crypto that I own in case my information could be of help to you. So take care, guys. Have a good day. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Peace.